Jepacor, okay. Also, one thing I should also point out, you see Jepacor starting. The lack of a commentator was the only thing really stopping this race from starting. So... let's go into Cap Kingdom. Cap Kingdom, there's nothing extra you can do except for, and there's our bingo card, there's nothing extra you can do except for just finish the kingdom. So it allows you a good little bit of time to look at the card and route out what you're going to do for the bingo. But it does give me a bit of time to actually talk about some of like the more, this is still a speed race, not just a normal race. Omni Falls, I can talk a little bit about movement here before I have to get into bingo stuff. You're going to see a lot of rolling. Rolling is how you move really fast in this game. Specifically, you can kind of cancel a ground pound into a roll and get really fast rolling speed. You can throw your cap and capture things with your cap to have different movements. Like you see the frog here. So Jepacor's up the tower. And I'm actually going to use this time to get a little bit of a better look at the card. So, Jepacor struggling a little bit with the topper fight. So I'm sneaking a little bit of a better look at this card as we head into Cascade, and this is where routing really begins. This is not one of the greatest cards I've seen, I'll admit. So now both racers have to go over to this chain jump. Jepacor doesn't realize you have to finish up the boss here in this kingdom in order to unlock a lot of the things that happen. And that's one important thing about bingo, is that a lot of things in the kingdoms happen in sequence. So you can only do certain things once you do other things. So for example here, for a lot of the kingdom to open up, we're going to need to defeat the boss. So now Odyssey's going up to get the dinosaur. And on to Madame Brune. Actually, a bit of a change happening on Jepacor's screen. Knocking out the big chain jump. I don't quite know the purpose of Jepacor's move there. Maybe it was for captures. There is 26 unique chat captures. Maybe it had to do something with that. finally gets the boss to the jump to the boss, and Oddme defeats the boss. So now to Oddme, the kingdom is essentially opened all the way up, except for like post-game stuff. So we're gonna see what Oddme does here that would differentiate from a normal any percent route before heading to Sand Kingdom, because this is early game, but you never want to spend too long in a kingdom. That's just not good. So we're seeing Dinosaur Nest. And it looks like Jepacor is just leaving the kingdom. Not a lot of Cascade starting off on Jepacor. I don't know if he plans to revisit or not. But Oddme's spending some time here. I'm interested to see what he's doing. Based on the movement up here with the T-Rex, it's to my guess that Oddme might be going for some Cascade Moons. Which I do see 12 Cascade Moons on the card. It was on row 5, column 4, right next to the bottom right. Jepacor's already in sand. Just a floating hat on Oddme's screen. Jepacor heading straight for the ruins at the start of sand. And Oddme's gonna head down. I think the chest moon? Yes. And that's Oddme's first goal is 12 moons in Cascade, so he has that now. So Oddme was just there for the moons, he's now leaving. I'm looking at this card and I have no idea what Jepacor could be going for. So, looks like he's jumping back down now. I've never seen this. That's actually a pretty neat strat. So Otney's just going through the normal sand route so far. And I think Jepacor so far might be doing 30 moons in sand? That's not on the card. Yes, it is. Might be going for 30, which, that's a lot. Not gonna lie. Nice dram there on Odyssey's end. I feel as if you were going for 6 checkpoints, you wouldn't change your route this much. Maybe going for both. Checkpoints is definitely a good goal. Seven checkpoints. That is in the that's right. Yeah, actually. Kim Commando, that's right in the middle of the card is 7 checkpoints. So I think between the amount of captures he's going for and the checkpoints we're looking at right now, there's a chance we might see a top left, bottom right from Jepacor. Now it looks like they're both going for the same things. Oddly misses the box. And Jepacor got the Jaxie Ruins moon. Or the skip, rather. Oddly buying Jaxie. Getting the checkpoint. Okay. So going for Jaxie calls. There's a stand right there. Yeah, 2 stands just highlighted, because there's the second stand. Jepacor's gone over to the Oasis. Gonna get that moon. No, this is triple bingo, meaning they're going to have to do 3 lines of 5. Which usually results in somewhere between 13 to 15 goals being done. Yeah, it looks like Onmi's gonna be heading out now. Yep. Just going the normal any percent route on sand. Jepacor's routing is rather interesting here. And there's a 7 checkpoints mark. And he's leaving. Interesting, okay. So it was just a really convoluted 7 checkpoints route. But that does give Jepacor the middle of the card, which is really big. Odmy in Lake Kingdom immediately going for a variance of the any percent route. It looks like Jepacor so far is on the route. Clay's getting excited over a 12 Moon Lake, which is a distinct possibility. We see a warp painting from Odmy. He's probably going to be doing that goal. He has to jump. There you go. He did it. Yeah, Jepacor, though, it just looks like he's going through the normal any percent route for sand. There's a checkpoint grab. Maybe they're both doing different routes for the 12 Moons and Lake. I don't know. I don't know what either of these races are doing right now. The 12 Moon goal is a definite possibility. Odmy heading up to Rango right now. Nope, never mind. Playing me like a fiddle. Okay, Odmy's movement here is like blowing my mind. Odmy leaving his sub area and warping up to Rango. And Jepacor swimming up. It looks like Jepacor has one less moon than Odmy does right now. And now Jepacor is heading up to the jump, climb, everything room. That's 12 moons in Lake for Oddme. Wait. Huh? Really? I thought he had 11. Well, I can't count. I thought he had 8 entering Rango. This will put Jepacor at 9, getting both moons in this sub area. Oh no, he still needs one more. Okay, and he's going for the time. He never got the ground pound moon. I'd like to point out he never got the move for ground pounding at the beginning of the kingdom, I think. So he's going for. Oh, I know what he's doing. No, he's going for. He's gonna go for the early warp painting strat. And he got it! He got 2 warp painting moons. I didn't even see that. I see 3 warp painting moons. And 1 hit away from Rango. Alright. Jepacor not only just finished Lake, but now has 12 moons. So both of these racers went to Lake first, so now they're both going to head to Wooded. Oh. No. Oh, getting some captures, maybe? Going in the warp painting? I don't know what Jepacor is doing. Alright. Oddme immediately started Wooded by jumping into the deep woods. Oh, interesting play here from Jepacor. Getting a warp painting moon, then immediately warping back to Odyssey in sand and leaving. Oh, and now has to go back to Lake or to Cap. Yeah, Oddme is going for 4 moons in the deep woods. I think column 4 is on lock for Oddme at this point. But that does mean Seaside. Which actually kind of makes sense if you think about it. Oh my goodness. Using the dinosaur to break the rock. Okay, so I do not know how this T-Rex works, but Oddme can take control of it and get this moon right here. That's it for the deep woods, and Oddme started the deep woods by extending a vine out, so he just has to find that vine again. Or a new one. Right here. Yep, Oddme is leaving. Oh, come on. Get up there. Meanwhile, it looks like Jepacor is getting some moons in Cap. Looking on the card, there are 6 moons in cap as a goal, and I think he did buy a moon earlier. So I think he's going to be going for that as well as maybe the checkpoint goal. The checkpoint goal is in the same row. I don't think saying Jepacor might be going for... No, because why didn't he do moons and cast? Jepacor might be going for 3 columns. I don't know. Jepacor is a mystery to me. So, Clay is saying that Odyssey might be going for row 1, column 4 and column 5, I believe is what you're saying? I want to agree with that. I don't think... My only concern about that one is that one would require going to both Snow and Seaside, which I actually guess it wouldn't be too bad if you went to Seaside first. If you went to Seaside first, I could maybe see that. Yeah. That's not a bad move. Omni's going through the maze to get the 4 regionals at the end, I'm sure. Yeah, I always get these regionals. He's almost done with the regional goal, though. He just needs 5 more. And really, that does put him on route for column 5 as well. Oh no, Omni took a death there. Get him 3 regionals. Yeah, he's... Oh, you're right, I didn't see that. He needs 50 for row 1, which he might be going for row 1. If he's going for column 5, which I think he might be, he does also need a... That was intentional. People are saying that was intentional. I'm just... Don't mind me. If he's going for column 5, he does need a World Peace the Kingdom, and there are a good amount of regionals in that upper portion. Yeah, Clay, just confirming what I'm saying. Yeah, it's not a big deal. We see some regional getting from Jepacor here. And Jepacor is definitely going to be going into the deep woods, I think. There are 3 more regionals you can get by staying along the wall that I think Jepacor is going to try to get. Yep. Alright, and now he's jumping into the deep woods. So Omni has 30 regionals in Wooded, just needs to mark it. Getting some regionals in the back of the Spewer Arena before going over to it. Nice jump up there. Well, now that Omni's done with Wooded, I have a surprise from you, or for you guys. My surprise for you, now that Omni is done with Spewer here, is that our second commentator's here.
Hey, what's up?
Not much. How are you?
Good. I slept in a bit.
Don't worry about it. I was here to step in, and everything's good, and we've still got a race going. Do you have everything that you need to have up?
I'm getting Switch chat up now, but I have...
Okay.
Yeah, I have the stream up. So.
Alright, well, that's good. For a bit of a progress update, both racers are in Wooded right now. We believe we have an idea of the 3 things that Omni is going to be doing. Jepacor, I'm still a little bit in the dark on it. So
yeah, we got Oddmay with the 2 lines on the right. But...
Yeah, the 2 lines on the right, and he's just marked with that's his 50th regional coin, and so we're thinking he's also going for the top row.
Oh, okay, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, Jepacor has definitely got the middle row at least.
Yeah.
Or column.
Go and get in the Goomba moon. There's 1 moon from Goombas on the card. Oh, I see what he's doing. I think I know. I don't think he's going for... I don't know, actually. I think with that moon... Yeah, he might be doing row 4. But which one of the 3 did we think he was doing that he's not doing? Is what I'm wondering. I think he's going to be doing column 4 because that's a lot of Cascade moons. He didn't get that moon, which makes me think he's going for World Peace here, which makes me think he's doing... I think he might be skipping out on column 4. Oh no, he's going over here? Going for a warp painting? Okay. Omni. You wanna give me a sign here?
Yeah, that's 3 warp paintings right there.
There is 3 warp paintings.
Yeah.
Which does help column 4. Is he just gonna be leaving?
Yeah, he's just leaving.
Then? I think. Jepacor finally getting that 3. I think he's skipping column 5 then, because he didn't mark 30 regionals, but he did just mark 50. So I think replace column 5 with row 4, and it's what we always thought. Yeah, because he's leaving now. Didn't count his moons perfectly, but it happens.
Yeah. So we also have, I believe, Jepacor is going. Well, of course, we can tell that he's going for that 50 regional coins, or
Yes.
60. Is that 60 or 50?
That's a 50.
Okay.
I have the card itself up so I can see it in a higher resolution.
Yeah, that would definitely help.
Yeah. The card updates in the page itself before the stream though, so I kind of have to be careful. But one interesting thing I'm seeing here is Oddme's still going to be doing a set of rows that I think will require him to go to both Seaside and Snow. But in that
That's
case,
a rare thing to do, from what I'm hearing.
It is, but I think he's going to be going to Seaside first because he has to get more moons than you need to complete it there, and it's a much shorter kingdom. As in, he only needs like 3 moons in Snow, and then you'd have to do the rest of Snow. I think I know what Omni's doing in this raid.
I just also addressing. I did see a question there about saying that someone didn't notice the 30 region coin goal, and that's really because if you're not, the players are marking the board, and so it can waste time to mark a square that you're not actually going for.
I know some people who do that just as something funny. I personally don't because of the reason you just stated. It can waste time.
Yeah, you were not going for it, so you forget where it is on the board, so you have to like where
Thank you.
And mark it, and then you're like a minute behind you where you wanted to be.
Yeah. I don't know why, but I love getting regionals in Wooded. It's a lot of fun.
Well, there are some good spots.
Yeah, I mean, it is a one where you can get some rather quickly. Having to go to the deep woods is not always the most fun, but there's enough outside of there that it shouldn't matter sometimes, most of the time. In this case, Omni went for 4 in deep woods, so... That's another thing. He marked 4 in deep woods, but didn't mark 3. So yeah, no, Omni definitely didn't mark 30 regionals in wooded because he's just not going for it. So he also has to go for 14 moons here instead of the normal 10, so it'll be interesting to see the 4 he puts in.
Okay. I got confused as to which lines Admin was going for a second there.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's clear as day now. He's not changing it at all.
Yeah, now it's the first row, 4th row, and the 4th column.
Yeah, he is going... I don't know. He's trying to get to the cave gardening moon from there, but it's not working. He's going to be doing an any percent metro, which is a great kingdom for any percenting, because it's a really long kingdom, and you don't like spending longer than you have to in there.
Yeah, he has no need to be there any longer. Just needs to get past it.
Omni, you're kind of confusing me here, buddy. Looks like Jepacor is heading out of the kingdom.
Oddmay's getting some Lost Moons. I don't...
Oddmay's getting 14 moons in Lost. It's in row 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you said it was confusing you, I thought.
No, Jepacor is confusing me. Oddme, I know.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out one day.
Maybe. I mean, it's starting to unfold a little bit. Column 3 is a given.
Yeah.
Aw. I never realized it played the 8-bit death theme if you died in an 8-bit area. I have not done too much in 100%ing this game. I have a moon count somewhere in the 600s.
I've 100'd this place.
I'm not. There's a lot of moons I haven't gotten that are probably really easy to get.
And that death was intentional, by the way, because he actually...
He
he has nowhere to go from there, because otherwise, Klepto would definitely catch him if he kept going in that area.
That lets him go to cave gardening. He's probably going to go to Klepto now. If I had a theory, what I think he'd do is go to Klepto, get Branch, and then there's like 5 other moons you can get to end with the one under the bridge.
That was scary, actually, just there.
That was kind of weird. Yeah, I think I know exactly what Otome's doing now. He's gonna get under the staircase. Get in these blocks, get the one off the ledge. And then... Actually, that's already 10 moons. I think. Yeah, it is. Okay, he just needs 3 more, so...
Yeah, he's at 12.
He's at 12 now, so he's probably gonna just get, like... Cage and...
Yeah, in case you forgot,
okay,
good way to figure that out is, each row on the top left is 10 moons.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm just bad at guessing the spacing to know if it's like, is it 8 or 9 moons? Is it like... It looks like he's done though, 14. According to chat, he almost forgot about it. Otome's in chat with us. Jepacor's now entering the kingdom. Jepacor? I'm gonna say something about Jepacor based on I've already seen him go for... I've already seen Jepacor go for a Wart Painting Moon that wasn't so far on the beaten path. I'm gonna take a guess and say that Jepacor might also be going for row 1 as well.
That's a possibility. It seems like he's definitely marking squares that he's not necessarily going for the lines for.
Yeah.
So that can confuse us.
I think the confusing thing is he marked 30 regionals because he got 50. Oh no! That's not a Klepto spot.
Yes, but he just marked the checkpoint.
Yeah, he can jump up on that tree though, and I think he won't be hit by Klepto.
I'm not entirely sure. I am pretty sure he's like almost indefinitely going to get caught.
Well, he died.
Well, he marked that checkpoint. He's right there.
I know, but he died. It's interesting because I want to talk about what happened to the racers when they slowed down, because we're trying not to slow down. It looks like he's not going to go for an intentional death here. He's going to wait for the platform.
Meanwhile, Anme is just, as we discussed, going through Metro with the any % route. So it's pretty standard stuff. But we're not really concentrating on it too much. We know exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, Odyssey.
Nothing related to the actual game right now.
I believe Odyssey got like 8th in the tournament, like the any % tournament we held over the past couple months. So he's definitely pretty skilled on what he's doing in any % kingdoms. And speaking of which, actually, I want to call out something. But a little bit before the start of the tournament, Omni declared that if he and Small Ant being the one who eliminated him from the any % tournament, if he and Small Ant met in the brackets again in this tournament, Omni is not going to be the one losing this time. So.
Oh, fighting words.
Yeah, he was throwing out some fights with Small Ant. But with his skill at the game, I mean, Small Ant's definitely a worthy opponent, but routing is everything. Who cares how good you are if you have to go to luncheon while your opponent has to go to Lost? You know?
Yeah. I'm trying to see things here, and it looks like Jepacor is definitely at least gonna do the same thing of going through Metro, any %, and then probably heading off just like probably heading off to snow. Oh no, he got it. We're good. Yeah.
Okay, so I think his joke mark, Jepacor's joke mark on the card was the 2 cap checkpoints.
Potentially.
Because he just got 30 regional coins and lost. No, because 30 moons in sand. Maybe it was 12 in lake. I don't know.
He could be coming back to sand.
Why though?
I don't know. Did both runners just any % sand?
No, Jepacor took a really weird route in sand to get 7 checkpoints, but still finished with like the normal any % amount, I think.
Oh right, yeah, because he's got the 7%. Yeah, the 7 checkpoints in the middle square.
Yeah, right in the middle there. He's getting some more moons and lost. Might be going for 14. Jepacor. We'll have to see. Oddme's gonna be doing scooter clip here. Oh no.
Yeah, he's definitely going for 14 moons and lost.
Yeah, that
which would mean those 2 checkpoints in cap is not a fun square.
Well, oh, yeah, you're right. Because he's going for captures. We do know Jepacor is going for captures. So I think column 2 is a Jepacor line.
Good job getting that Captain Toad Moon. That was impressive. That one takes some effort sometimes.
Yeah, you know something? Back around the introduction of Balloon World, a ton of lost balloons were in that Captain Toad room.
I know.
And I just got so much money off of that.
Oh no, it was always my first guess, but it was so hard to get in there sometimes.
Yeah. Like, you know, there are some people who have seen so many moons in so many places, in the same place, or so many balloons in the same place, they just kind of see the direction and arrow,
yeah,
or the direction and distance indicators, and know where a moon is. That was me, with the Captain Toad.
Yeah, with that particular spot, I would do the same. I'd be like, not that one, that one. Oh, okay, that one's going there. Let's select that, and then we got it. Cool.
Yeah, but even still, that strat can be kind of tricky. All right, Jepacor's in Metro. I can't stop laughing now.
I can't even notice that your sanity's going down. Is that really a thing?
Did I have sanity to begin with? I don't know. We've known each other for a little bit.
A little bit, and yeah, you just sound the same. As usual.
Whether that means I never had any sanity, or I'm still sane right now.
Who knows?
I think Oddme is sane, because he's been knocking Metro out of the park. Okay.
It's a
really far away from the
Yeah,
alley.
he jumped off that building in a really
He jumped off there with a lot of gusto.
Yep. So both players just doing any % run of Metro right now.
Yeah. So I want to know where Jepacor intends to get his second warp painting moon from, because I think he's doing column 2, column 3, row 1.
Yeah, that seems like a possibility.
Because it's the only one where he has, like... I mean, he also has 3... He also has 3 in row 3 marked, but at the same time, he'd have to revisit 2 kingdoms to finish those.
Right.
And I don't think Jepacor is going to be revisiting for the amount of moons he needs.
And that was a really scary jump Jepacor just did. He was... Yeah,
I did that jump today for the first time in a while, and I got so scared because I drifted off super far to the right.
When I be quiet. I don't know how many times we get to hear OTEPs in these rounds.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of bingo so far this tournament where runners have had to go to Metro and beyond. Which, I mean, that's a thing, but you usually hope that's not a thing.
Right. Of course.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's what Jepacor is doing. Definitely. It just makes sense here.
Capture count. I'm pretty sure Jepacor is tracking it, but I've seen him get a lot of just captures just for like a second, because that's what you usually need to do. Alright. Omni is on his way to Seaside.
Yeah, like we said, Oddmay has to visit both kingdoms for this one, actually. For what he's going for. So he's looking to get 12 moons here.
Yep. Which is just going to be an extra 2 from the any percent route. Nothing big.
And there also is a Sphinx here that he could go for.
He's not going to go for it.
Okay.
He didn't do the Sphinx questions in Sand, I think.
Well, he has to answer 8 of them.
No, he doesn't. He's not going for that.
Oh, I'm dumb.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm thinking he's going for the 5th column for some reason. He's not doing
he's going for the 4th. That's why he's getting 12 in Seaside.
Yeah. Okay.
Jepacor gonna be starting through the any percent portion of daytime Metro. Ought to be heading to the treasure chests in the inlet.
It's helpful to know that, Moon.
It is. It's the same chest order as JRB in 64.
Oh, that helps, yeah.
That's how I memorize it.
Okay.
That's a capture, yeah.
Yeah, and he just captured
Yeah, Metro has a lot of captures by just capturing random street objects.
Yeah. So he captured that manhole, and of course...
Yeah, it looks like he has 26 now.
Oh, he just marked it? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think he did Sphinx questions, so I don't think that diagonal is happening. The top left, bottom right. Again, my theory for him is column 2, column 3, top row.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
He just needs to find that last warp painting. I don't know what he's gonna do about that. He's not going to Seaside, I think, at all. He could possibly go back to Wooden. Or what he could do is get all 4 musicians and the sewer moon. And then as soon as you start the festival, there's a warp painting to, I think it's Wooded Kingdom.
And he just messed up the dumpster jump.
Did.
So we're currently at 8 moons for Oddmay. He's looking for 4 more.
Yeah. It looks like he's going to finish up the any percent route. There's 3 he can get here. He can get this ceiling one. Oh, he's going to be good. He's going to get this one, and then he's going to get Dory, and then he's going to get the last 2 in the any percent route. Yeah, because this is the 10th one.
Right. Yeah, Oddmay. It can squeeze by. This will cut very close to sub 1 hour.
I think he has it. He has 3 barrier moons. That means just 3 of the moons at the end of the trial rings.
Yeah.
He doesn't even have to do anything else in snow. He just has to go straight to the city and then do 3 of the trial rings, which you're obviously not going to do Rango, because why in would you do Rango? When you could do literally all the other ones?
Right.
I think Odyssey has it.
Like, he doesn't have to worry about the Goombas. Doesn't have to worry.
He doesn't have to worry about the Goombas. Doesn't have to worry about the Spiny. No, he doesn't have to worry about the Spinies. That's not
the Spinies is the barrier moon. Yeah.
Yeah, I forget about that because the secret moon in that room is absolutely free.
Yeah.
And then you just have to clear a ton of Spinies for no reason. You will also have to do a set of moon shards unless he really wants to do Rango on ice. No, you don't. You don't want to do Rango on ice.
No, moon shards is the secret moon in that barrier.
Oh, there's a treasure chest with a secret moon in that area.
Oh no, it is okay.
You don't make mistakes sometimes.
It's so hard.
It
to
takes
remember.
a lot of brain power to know everything in Snow.
It takes a lot of brain power to know everything in this game.
Yeah, because there's a lot of this game.
Bingo.
Shout out to Timpani.
And that's why Bingo is.
Shout out to Timpani, who's in this tournament, who's the world record holder for 100%.
Yeah, of course he's in this. Of course he's in this.
Of course, yeah, no, he knows everything, dude. Like, actually everything. Yeah. Practicing for this tournament and watching people play has been putting me in the mood to actually finish my casual file. Because I'm pretty sure there's stuff I've not even done in my casual file that I've done in Bingos before.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I just get lazy to play my casual file sometimes.
You know, I 100%ed the game before even looking at speedrunning, so...
I don't know, I always just kind of... I originally wasn't even going to play this game for a little bit, and then I just kind of watched someone play it for 5 minutes, and I was like, this is the greatest game that's ever existed. And so I got it immediately.
Yeah, I have skills here and there in this game, but of course, I don't have a capture card, so I don't...
Well,
yeah,
I mean, I think we saw somebody earlier today, I think it was Echo, who was
uses
playing
his
this
phone.
on webcam.
I can't do that.
Echo won
I can't do that. Only time I ever did that was when I first introduced the community to nipple percent. That's kind of where
yeah. So there's the painting moon for Jepacor.
Yep.
I was right about going to the Cajun Wooded, but I don't think he got all the musicians I mentioned. I don't know how that moon works. And he's doing this one again. He's gonna just go to the Odyssey and Wooded. And Odmy's about to finish. He just has to get the moon at the end of this room.
Mm-hmm. Yep, completely ignoring the Goombas and just jumping across.
And Odmy's done.
No, I didn't say I invented nipple percent. I said I introduced it to the community.
58-15 SRL time. GG's to Odmy.
Yes, it existed before I put it in the chat, but I actually made a run with my cell phone and put it in miscellaneous categories.
So, I guess we should define this as Jepacor has to do the goal, and Odmy just finished it. The barrier moons in Snow. In the story of the kingdom, the Bound Bowl racetrack is blocked off by these 4 barriers. A barrier moon is one of the story-related moons that opens a barrier upon collection.
Yeah. So there are 4 of them.
Yeah.
The one not gone for by Odme was the boss fight in this area being Rango. So we're gonna see Jepacor getting the same 3 moons here, and then he'll be finishing out his round of this.
Yeah, just be finished.
Going for a jump that he's used to, or no, he's just playing it safe. Okay.
I don't blame him. That's a scary jump.
I'm just gonna let Adme know that it's still your audio, just by the way. So if you want to just give us some good music while we're waiting.
Yeah, Adme has denied a post-race interview, unfortunately.
Okay.
Hopefully we'll get Jepacor in.
We'll see what happens, yeah.
I mean, he's almost done.
Always that one pesky Spiny. Okay, and here's his final moon that he's getting. Just gotta get these moon shards.
And he's just going up there now. There are 3 regionals there. He's done. Official SRL time of 1:01:32. GG Jepacor.
Yep, GG to both of them.
Also denied an interview, alright.
That's fine. So we got another thing at so the next one is at 2 p.m. I believe.
Sounds right.
Cool. Yeah, we got a lot of bingo going on today.
Yeah.
Yeah, bingo's definitely an interesting thing to watch. I love watching it.
Absolutely. It's fun to see. And as I mentioned with all the confusion, it's interesting to see how your knowledge of what the racer is doing blooms the farther you get into the bingo. It can make things interesting.
Definitely.
But to answer your thing, at 2 p.m., so in about 3 hours from now on Speed Gaming 5 is Ochre Armband versus Rampant Epsilon. And then an hour after that on the same channel is Cookie Apocalypse versus Lacaf.
Yeah.
That's all we have for today as of right now.
All we have? That was 5 games today.
Yeah, I know. But we're already halfway through the games.
Okay, well, until then, I think I'll send off.
All right.
So thanks for watching. Sorry that I only came in here halfway through.
It's fine. I had a good time.
Okay, thanks for watching, everyone, and see you later.
Catch you next time.